like him and like Cooler, you really end up just seeing that type of stuff if there's really any pants covering the knee joints. And if there isn't. Whoa.
They're custom made up.
It feels like the full Dookie Super Saiyan Goku.
And I want to win more. And more! And more!
Oh yeah, it's the champ. Let's go!
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Plastic Power Podcast. This is Starblast Studios alongside Daredevil 19 and Champ Animations. And today, guys, on this video, we're going to be talking about our 5 most wanted action figures that we want. And I think we really did come up with a lot of cool figures on our list. But like, I mean, they know a couple that I have on my list, but like, I don't know what they necessarily got. I mean, Sean's probably. I might know one. What do you guys? No, Champ, you're going the wrong way. Champ, you're doing it the wrong way.
Oh, you gotta do this.
Yeah,
am I doing it the right way?
I feel like
yeah, you're doing it the right way, Sean.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Champ,
so
farther.
Okay. Wait.
You know what? There you go.
Ready? Go again, Heesh. Oh, you punched him. All right, we're giving each other
we're just being a
5
bunch of
virtual
dummies.
All right.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I mean, look at how we started the season 2 Jujutsu Kaisen video.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
You're mine.
All right. So Champ, how about we start off with you? With our top 10 most wanted figure.
Yeah, these
Sorry,
are figures.
top five. Excuse me. Wow.
These
okay.
are. These are
I don't even know the video we're doing
want...
anymore.
Oh no, these before we continue, these are figures we want made from whatever company that we put on there. So it's nothing that was announced yet. It's just figures we want them to make.
Also, side note,
we can have it.
Finally got this Goku. I'm super happy with it. It's such a good
I just
figure.
got mine too.
I have
Wait,
mine too.
Yours, Chad?
I got mine.
I got mine like a couple. He got his a couple hours. I got mine like a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! You could just grind meat on that.
Oh my god! You can grind meat on those.
Now we all have the legendary action figure. I mean, legendary Goku.
I might buy another one to make them all bloody, but we'll see.
Oh,
But yeah,
I have an extra one. Oh wait,
yeah.
He
I already
has
claimed
dibs
it.
on it.
yeah.
All right.
It's like,
All right. Go ahead, Champ.
Like in Walking Dead.
But I think I'm just gonna say in general, like not a specific character, but like the overall characters, like characters from an anime that I really want to be made, or just in general, is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I would like Tamashi, hopefully Tamashi, to make some SH Figure Arts JoJo.
That was on one of their polls, right?
It was on one of the polls, and I really want them to make some. It'd be really cool.
I mean, all they have is the super action statues, and those figures aren't like the best articulated, and their joints get loose quickly. So, for JoJo fans, it would be nice to get another goddamn figure line of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because that has a huge fan base. So, I can see why you just want that figure line in general.
Yeah, I know there are some like some JoJo figures, but they're like so expensive. Where it's like ridiculous. So
super action statue line.
Yeah, it's like I just want a Jotaro and a Star
Deal.
Jotaro Deal.
So if they
Star Platinum the
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah,
so
JoJo's.
I agree. No, I agree with you though. Super action statue is like has a lot. Like the main problem I think with it is the scaling. It really just doesn't fit with a lot of other anime figures.
And their articulation.
Yeah, and if they were in 6-inch scale, then I think they would be a lot better. I think. Plus, they can be very expensive at times. Some of them going for like $100 a piece. And
yeah,
that's
their
without
detail
the
is nice, which is statue-like. But it's I've had the Drifters ones, and all their joints got super loose. I don't know how much they've changed over the years, but yeah, and they're just secondary market prices are just insane too. But if they announce SH Figure Arts JoJo, they're gonna make one of the JoJos first. Who would you want them to make first?
Oh man, like I wouldn't mind if they start from the beginning, like if they did Phantom Blood.
Oh, Joseph?
Like if they did, Jonathan. If they did Jonathan and Dio.
No,
you said Joseph.
Based off
you said Joseph.
if we were to go on it from based off of how Figure Arts will do, they'll probably like do bits and like everything here and there. Like, every.
Do you think they would do like Jonathan here, then like Jotaro here, and then like maybe a part 1 Dio, then part 3 Dio?
I would say that they'd probably do like before introducing Dio, probably introduce a couple of like side characters and such. Like that just to kind of mix in with their like what's the name of that one dude who showed Speedwagon.
The
I think
second part?
Speedwagon to go with it
Speedwagon.
would be cool. And then there's that one guy who taught Joseph how to use Haman.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about Zeppeli.
Yeah, Zeppeli.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Joseph.
Yeah.
Jonathan. Okay, yeah.
When they were in that
Jonathan
oil thing, and he had to learn how to get out that oil well.
No.
That was in part 2.
That was in part 2. I'm talking about part
I thought
1. The
that's
guy.
what
You
you're talking
can
about.
tell who doesn't watch JoJo.
Yeah.
I only watched part 1. I don't remember much, and then
You didn't even get to part 3. That's a good part.
Yeah, part 3
got
is
to
very
the
good.
middle. I got to the middle of part 2.
They would
Like I
definitely
got
like.
to where he met that woman, which someone spoiled who she was.
What?
Oh,
So
Lisa.
Yeah, the one that was training him. Remember, she threw him
Just
and
keep
the other
watching.
dude
Yeah.
in
Just
that
keep
oil
watching that
well.
show. It's very, very good.
Yeah,
I
part
was
3.
trying to get up to 3. That's what I was trying to get up to, so I
Mhm.
could watch that because supposedly that's the best.
That's probably the one that they can make the most figures out of. Really, it's just
Yeah.
like because
And that's when they start using stands, right?
yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I will
yeah.
say though, like from part 2 though, they can definitely make all of the Pillar Men at like that. Those would be their
Yeah,
own
yeah.
unique figures. Honestly, that should be a thing. That should be another podcast episode. We just rank our own like personal favorite shows. I wonder how JoJo would rank for each of us. I know it would be very different.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, we should do like a versus thing for each of us. Like, put 2 anime together, like JoJo versus Attack on Titan, and then something. Or we could do like our top 5 favorite anime or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But but anyway, yeah, I really would like to have like affordable JoJo figures because I love that
I could see
anime,
it.
love
See
the
it on the
manga,
way.
so it would be nice to have, just something on my shelf so I'd be like posing because JoJo is all about posing, so I'm surprised they don't make more figures of them. So whether they start from part 1, or part 3 or whatever, even part 6. I would just like to have some more.
I
JoJo
think
in my
they'll
collection.
announce it sometime this year. The line, at least.
I
think
hope
they're
so.
gonna announce. They're gonna announce a few more lines. So,
I'm afraid.
so I guess I'll just go next. My number 5 is a lot of these. I just put 2 figures because they're from the same series. So for the SH Figure Arts Naruto line, I want to see a Hidan and Kakuzu. Those were the 2 dudes that Neji Shikamaru fought. Remember, Shikamaru fought that dude who could like kill you in his little circle thing. That you don't know who I'm talking about?
I'm trying to remember.
Remember when Naruto first used the Rasen Shuriken, and that guy who had like these puppets come out
Oh,
of him?
those guys.
That's
Yeah. Like
Kakuzu.
from the
Yeah.
Akatsuki.
Yeah. They were always my favorite members. I just loved their banter back and forth because the one hated the other one was just super annoying.
That's like the one character I think that Orochimaru like wanted to be like because he actually had immortality, and I'm just like, okay, if he, and I always wondered like
I mean,
if he
they
has
both
immortality,
kind of
then like why hasn't Orochimaru looked more into him to try so that he can get immortality?
They were super OP too, but that was one of my favorite arcs or scenes, but I would love to see them make them. I mean, they just need to make every Akatsuki member, and I believe they already announced Itachi, so we're going to be getting an updated Itachi, which is pretty much everyone's favorite
Oh, for sure.
Akatsuki member. So that is my numero cinco,
Okay.
or
so-
cinco numero.
So for my number 5, actually, like I was actually gonna put on Mahito on there as my number 5, but I took him off. He's good. I guess you can consider him an honorable mention. But like, cause I was really thinking about it, is that there's one thing that I'm really more so in urge of, just not because don't get me wrong, I'll buy both, but I feel like I would jump on this one just in particular because Figma. Yes, this is a Figma figure. This is the one time that you'll see me actually want Figma to do something with their lives. Figma had this. Figma had this one line where they only made one figure for it, and then they were done. And this was the case for a lot of their lines. But
Ororo?
what? No, nothing JoJo related.
No, Ororo.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
it. It's O-R-O-R-O-R. Oh.
Okay,
He's
no.
trying to say or.
Or. All right,
That's
I know
what
what you're
that's
talking
the
about. It's an
name of
actual
it.
anime. Anyways, I'm a
Takimaru.
huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Ace Attorney, and they went and did a Phoenix Wright figure, and I just feel like really just to complete that set, you need to have the prosecutor and the Sandra like Miles Edgeworth because of how long it's been since they've done this line, and I just don't see them coming back. If they were to just bring back the line and just make that one figure to go along with Phoenix, that'd be perfect for me. I would be sad.
That's
I would
what
be
I hate with
completely
them.
happy. Because
They
I know with Kill la
always
Kill,
do
they
that
only did like a
bullshit.
couple figures too, and that was just like enough. They got like the 2 rivals, but it's like in this case, you have the main character. Why not get the most famous rival to that character in the court system?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would that would be just like, and I don't even
Is he like
I'm
in
not
a
even actually
suit?
wanting
Is
much
he in
for
a
this
suit
figure.
or something?
I really don't even want much because I don't have that high expectation for Figma. He doesn't need to be well articulated or anything like that. He just needs to be able to get in basic poses just as much as the Phoenix figure does. Even though as outdated as it is, I'd still would think that if they were to make a Miles Edgeworth figure, that would be a good figure. That would make me happy. I think that would be dope.
Does he wear
I
a
know-
suit?
Yes, he does. It'd be like I guess
Okay.
Lloyd Forger from Spy Family. If they do it like that, not like Sanji.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's something I hate so much about Figma. It's like, oh, they got like this license, and then they just make a figure or two, and then you never hear from it again. Like they're My Hero stuff. They made 4 figures, and then you never heard anything else about it ever again. It's like, why do you guys do that? Like, if you're gonna make a line, stick with the damn thing.
Yeah, no, Figma's weird. Figma is weird.
Yeah.
But to be fair though, it's like I know the reason why. It's just because like it takes them so long to make figures, and they don't have that same sort of plastic thing with that Figure Arts has when it comes to producing things and like paint. Because like actually, it doesn't like the entire. They're not able to make like plastic and such and mold it in the exact same articulate way that Figure Arts does to my knowledge.
Possibly, yeah.
And so it takes them a lot longer in order to be able to produce figures because everything has to be specially painted in a very specific way. And
Well, they also have the they make statues. What's the other line with they're like Funko Pops but articulated? That's Max Factory too.
but I believe a lot of those are actually the
Nindojuro or
same.
something?
Aren't a lot of those actually like mostly the same mold because they're like minifigures, right?
Kind of, yeah.
So just like so if
Yeah.
it's just like a Funko Pop, all they have to do is paint. Then they can just
Yeah,
really
like-
focus in on that.
Yeah, so they don't make as much as Tamashii Nations, but yeah, they are super duper slow. Like I'm still waiting on the Vinland Saga stuff.
Yeah. All right, champ, back to you. What do you got for number 4?
Number
Well,
4.
I just thought of it now. I'm like, I've been in a
Uh-oh.
Star Wars mood, kind of, and I know SH Figure Arts makes Star Wars figures, but something I kind of want them to maybe make a remake or re-release of is Anakin Skywalker, and specifically for when he showed up in the Ahsoka series. Spoilers if you haven't watched it.
What?
What?
I was
Oh,
actually gonna
yeah,
watch
he's
that.
not
Okay,
dead.
fair. You know
He's-
what? Fair
he's
enough.
not-
Oh, I didn't know. My bad.
He's not dead. He's still alive.
Well, I don't know what time the Anakin like that story takes place in with Ahsoka, but like
It
I didn't
takes
even know.
place
My bad.
All right, you know
in
what? It's okay. It's okay.
between the prequels and the original trilogy, I believe, right, Chan? Or is it after
The-
all of that?
Ahsoka, it takes place after the original trilogy.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
so, yeah, Vader, so, yeah.
Wait, so Anakin?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so when
He's
Anakin
not
appears
dead.
like a Force ghost or something?
No, he comes back. as
Yeah,
Anakin.
no, that's not what I'm
How does he
talking
come
about at
back?
all.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
Okay, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That must have changed a lot of stuff.
You know what? I could see them doing that too. I could see Mafex doing that because Mafex is making an Ahsoka from the series.
Wait, they are?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I got her on pre-order and everything, as Rick Grimes would say.
Dang.
So, okay, maybe either SH Figures or Mafex. I would like to see a Ahsoka version of Anakin.
Most of the time,
You know.
Mafex is better when it comes to that sort of stuff. So probably Mafex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like figure-wise, yeah, but it's like the face sculpts are always better.
Didn't
resembling
Mafex make the
actor.
Vaders that had the crappy plastic capes? or am I thinking of something else?
No, that was Figure Arts doing that.
That was figure arts, okay? Because I know in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
new release actually it's all cloth, like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
leg pieces and the
Yep,
cape.
yep. Yeah.
But
Mafex,
but I would
think
like.
still uses the plastic lower portion piece, but they've always used a wired cloth cape for Vader.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
But I would
Yeah.
like an Anakin either from the two different time periods that they showed off in the show. You know what I'm talking about, Sean. You know, wink, wink.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
You know, his
yeah,
two different.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I would like either that one, or
Snips.
the you know, from Revenge of the Sith. You know, either
Yeah.
those two. You
I
know,
could see,
I'll let
you
you.
know what? I could see Figure Arts making it too. So, yeah, because they are making Mandalorian stuff. So,
Maybe a Clone Wars version. That's you know, I don't even think he should seen Clone Wars. So I can say like the Clone Wars
yeah,
Anakin would be
with the,
cool.
like what,
No, I've seen
Black
that.
Yeah, like
Series
the-
did with
I've
the
seen enough of
armor?
that as a kid, but it wasn't in order because they just aired it stupidly. I don't know why they did that.
You can
Well, that was
watch
only
it
one
now in
season.
order.
There was I think the first 3 seasons did that. But
Well, I'm aware
everything else
Anakin is in
order.
Clone Wars. I mean, it's like
You're
that's part
talking
of.
about the clone armor on him?
Yeah, the clone
Yeah,
armor,
yeah,
and it
that'd
was
be
like
pretty
brown
cool.
and blue underneath. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
No.
I would like that. I would just like a new Anakin because you know the Black Series is so outdated, and I want something that's
Yeah,
a
even the
little bit
Figure
more
Arts
accurate
ones.
to the actors, has better articulation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys see it. By the way, I'm drifting off a little bit, but someone made a fan animation of the Anakin versus Obi-Wan
I have
fight.
seen that. I have seen
Yeah,
that. Bro, Gamer Goku
uh,
was showing me that the other day, and we were just we were
Yeah.
loving it, bro.
From
It's
the
so
Obi-Wan
good.
series?
No, no,
Or
no, no.
No,
Revenge of the
no.
Sith?
A guy reanimated the Anakin versus Obi-Wan fight from episode
Revenge-
3, but he made
Ah.
it using the Clone Wars 3D cartoon.
Yeah, the models and
Oh
stuff from
shit!
there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's and he like
Took him
I don't
3
know
years
how
to
he
make
got.
it.
Yeah, 3 years. One
Oh,
guy
I thought you said
animated
3
the whole
days. I'm
thing.
like, Jesus, 3 days.
No,
yeah.
3 years. 3 years.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We'll have to show you after the podcast. But yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, I just want a new Anakin. Hell, if they can make a new Obi-Wan, that'd be great. But yeah, I want Mafex SFH Figure Arts to make better Anakins
isn't
than Obi-Wans.
Figure Arts making an Obi-Wan from the Obi-Wan series? I believe they are.
Yeah, but it's not episode 3 Obi-Wan, which is
Yeah,
like
and
peak
he's
Obi-Wan.
wearing the well, you know what? We might get a reissue of that one, but they should update their Star Wars stuff. I feel like they can make them much better now because they still have the drop-down leg joints.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, so for my number 4, once again, it'll be 2 figures from the same series or characters. And since this is a new line from Figure Arts, it's SH Figure Arts, of course, their Demon Slayer line. I could care less about characters wearing their robes, so I probably won't really buy characters wearing robes. But if they make a Kaza or Tengen, which are the 2 I want, I will instantly buy those because we won't have the robes that are like similar to like how the Bleach stuff is. I feel like making robes like that like ruins a figure. So
Is it full on
characters,
plastic?
yeah. I mean, they did put a joint over here, but I don't like that. Doesn't work. I feel like for figures, it just it doesn't look good. That's why I'm not like super tempted to get like the Tanjiro and Nezuko. But if they make like an Inosuke because he's not wearing a robe, or
Mhm.
but the main ones I really want is Akaza and Tengen because they're my favorite characters from the series. So if they make any one of those 3 in Inosuke, I will instantly throw money at them and buy those. So we'd definitely love to see those made.
For sure.
So that's my number 4.
So for my number 4 is going to be a character from Naruto, and that's going to be Zabuza. Just with the technology that they got currently when it comes to modern Naruto figures from Figure Arts, I just think that would just be a super cool figure. You got like the big
Yeah.
sword, and it'll probably like like when it comes to like other than Guts, who is like I like who I know isn't really like a good figure. I feel like we're definitely like love figures like that are really just highly articulate, very posable and such, and has like a big old sword that they can use to just to take down. Like I think that would just be such a dope figure, and you don't necessarily really have to worry about like that character really being all too bulky and bad, because if we look at like just how they've been doing Kakashi and Orochimaru and such, I just can't really see a world in which that figure comes out poorly, all things considered, just how they've been handling the Naruto line. So that would just be great, I think.
Yeah, he shouldn't have any restriction. And I thought they were going to announce Zabuza because they made the kid Naruto, kid Sasuke, then we already had Kakashi. And then I feel like for that version of them, they really just need to make Sakura and Zabuza. So I thought that's who they were going to make, but
Mm-hmm.
they still haven't
And then
announced him. But
Haku,
he is. Who's Haku?
the dude that looks like a chick in.
Oh, the one that was with him. Yeah, he should not have anything restricting his articulation as I'm looking at pictures of him right now.
Mm-hmm.
There should be nothing that should restrict his articulation because he's just got slightly baggy pants and a shirt.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he would be freaking awesome. So many people want him made, and I'm surprised they haven't announced him yet. But they are going to be making a lot more Naruto announcements this year, so maybe he will be in that lineup.
I'm
See, I just sent a
definitely
picture of him
looking.
in Discord. Like,
Yeah.
nothing. The only thing that could possibly restrict his articulation is the wrapping around his neck.
This man be
That's
looking
it.
like a Final Fantasy character.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
possibly. But
he's
I mean, like with
yeah,
how the
like guts.
I would think that the wrapping would just be if it's around his neck, it would just be like kind of like how the hair would just connect like the way it is with Naruto with the headband and such. It would just be like a separate layer
Yeah,
in the back.
like they could probably do something like that and then just make it a wrapping, like how they do the Jujutsu Kaisen stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like all in his way, like some characters with a big sword, guts with a stupid armor piece.
Yeah. No
And
kidding.
wait till my that video might have popped. I might have uploaded it by the time this uploads. The worst figures of 2023 list I did.
Well, we already did list it as like the worst figures of 2023 in that video, which was already
Yeah,
up there.
he's
You guys go watch
he's
that
my
episode.
yeah he's my number one.
Yeah, no, yeah, same with all of us. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Champ, back over to you. What's your number three figure
Ooh,
now?
number three, our top three.
I'm actually gonna maybe copy a little bit of Daredevil's book, and I'm
Do
gonna
it.
say I want a SH figure arts in Inosuke or Rengoku.
Ooh.
If they ever continue this line, because they, like he said, like they showed off the Nezuko and Tanjiro, but my two favorite characters out of the whole series is Rengoku and Inosuke.
Inosuke.
I just love those 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
yeah, and Rengoku, say with his, because he doesn't wear a actual robe. He has more of a cape, so you could switch up the cape, so you don't have to use whatever they give you.
So I think there's like maybe a little bit more leeway that they can do with that. It's not going to be as
Yeah.
restricted as the other ones where they're all full on robes. And I can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
him coming with a lot of badass accessories. Even in Nosuke, he would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
trying
Inosuke
to
would be
think.
dope. A figure arts
Yeah.
version, I would buy that like that. Even a Rengoku, I'd probably buy
I hope
from them,
Inosuke's
'cause-
swords are spiky, bro. I want to bleed holding those swords. I'm joking.
Yeah, that's
I'm
how
joking.
the buzz-
I'm joking.
that's
I'm
how-
joking.
the
That's
buzz-
a weird thing to
the
say.
buzz No,
I want to feel
when
pain
No,
when
I'm
I
just,
articulate this.
no. Okay, the reason why I say that is because like I
I
can
mean,
imagine.
yeah,
I can
look at
easily
that.
imagine. Well, yeah, I
Look
can
how
easily
sharp
just
that
imagine
is.
that being the case because I mean, like I'm pretty sure. What is it? Anime Heroes made a that version made that figure of him. And if it was Anime Heroes
Yeah.
and Dragon Star, they would definitely shave it down and such. But
Well,
like,
yeah.
like
Oh yeah, I mean, I know McFarlane's coming out with an Inosuke. I'm still buying him because he's my
Even
one of
his
my favorite
swords are
characters, but, like,
shaved
so-
down. McFarlane
Yeah.
does that bullshit. That's what I hate. I
Yeah.
hate when weapons like swords don't look like damn swords. There's a lot of companies that do that, and I understand some of them doing like Marvel Legends. I mean, McFarlane wants to aim more towards adults, so I don't understand why he does that. But I mean, kids do collect that too, but they do collect Marvel Legends, so do adults. So they do shave down the stuff. Like Playmates, those are mainly aimed for kids, so their weapons are never sharp. But I hate when you get a sword or a weapon that's supposed to be sharp and it's super dull. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, Dragon Stars definitely does that with the hair and like even
Yeah.
Well, I think Omega Shenron, he's still a little spiky. Like when I was trying to put the like little horns or whatever in his back, I got stabbed a couple of times.
yeah.
But But yeah,
I think probably
yeah,
the
I would like
sharpest
those.
figure I have is probably the Marvel Select Anti-Venom. Just like trying to pose that thing around. He's a nightmare.
Nah, the sharpest
Oh,
figure is
yeah,
the
yeah.
one that actually tried to go through my hand was this
That
guy.
one, it was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
just,
that's another
listen,
one.
the only reason
Yeah.
that's as much of a pain as it is just because of how difficult they made it to interchange the heads on it after applying hot water on it for 10 minutes. That was ridiculous.
That's another one. Here's another one.
He's not
But
a mess.
all-
No, he's not as much of a problem. I
Yeah,
don't.
all the like NECA Predators, a lot of their stuff in general has very sharp points. Like the NECA Predators' feet, they always stab the shit out of my fingers.
Yeah, it's just like
It's like,
I mean, I
ouch.
understand it. It's just like it's not necessarily like if we can just have it look sharp and not be sharp, that's cool. But it's like because we're mostly the concern is just the way that it ultimately looks. I think, like I think that
Yeah.
that's why some companies will just make the swords out of rubber and such, so that and still have
Yeah,
them be
yeah.
spiky, so that even if get poked by it, it just bends, and then it ultimately causes the plastic to warp over time. And they don't look as good. I think that's what they
Oh,
did
he
with
showed-
the Marvel Legends Deadpool. Now that I
Don't
think
you
about
have
it.
the Marvel Select Anti-Venom? Isn't that like spiky? Like
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
what
was
they
just
said
saying a
before.
second ago.
Yeah.
That's one of the spikiest figures I have.
Yeah,
That guy's
yeah.
a pain, And it's like he's not even well articulated and pose. It's
Yeah.
mostly posing the legs, I think, and just how big the hands are, just with that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean,
Yeah,
your number 3 figure.
Number 3 against I have a double dose.
Oh boy.
So this is
Another double
SH
dose.
Fig. Most of mine are SH Fig Arts because of all the goddamn
Mhm.
lines they have. So right now, I'm doing Jujutsu Kaisen. So the main two figures I think I want to get. I at the end of the season 2, I started loving this character Chozo, and then another one Toji. I want them to make those two figures next. Do it. Do it, Imaginations.
That'll be pretty cool. That would.
Toji's
Yeah,
also voiced by Dio, so
Yeah.
you know there's another.
I did have
Is that a JoJo reference?
I did have Naname on there, but I switched it to Tojo because there is a Figma Naname out there, and he does look really good. And a lot of people say their Jujutsu Kaisen figures are pretty dope, so
Mhm.
I'm alright with that until Figure Arts makes Naname. But I definitely want a Chozo and a Toji. Like, who
For
the hell
sure.
wouldn't want Toji?
Mhm.
With those little worm curse wrapped around him, and those swords that he had. I like the main one he used, the shorter one. He was
Yeah.
effing shit up. So
For my number 3, it's gonna be a 3.0 Madara figure from Naruto. Because
good
I'm not doing double
choice.
doses. I could have done that with Zabuza, but it's like no. The thing is, like the original Madara figure that we got was really lacking, I think, in articulation. And given the
Yeah.
technology that they have now, I know they can absolutely do him better. I mean, just with
Yeah.
Guts was the worst figure of last year, but even with his technology that's used with the armor, there's definitely potential to put some of that stuff into Madara to make him a really
Yeah.
good figure without all of those like really horrible QC issues.
They
and
should
such.
just cut it and just like with what they should have done with Zoro, they should have made a cut and then you have the articulation there. That's what they
Yeah.
should do with this Madara because
And-
he. Go ahead, Ish.
And I was gonna say, like, and I get too, like, you know, why they didn't do that. They wanted to keep the look
Yeah.
with the armor and such, but it's like, dude, it just doesn't. Stuff like
They restricted
articulation. That's stuff looks like it cuts away when you form articulation anyway. I mean, come on, dude. It's like you look at a human anatomy here. Does this look natural? Right there where it cuts off, like no, obviously
does.
that's not the case. It opens up
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Just do the same with the armor and you would be fine. You don't have to preserve the look of the armor and such on there. It doesn't need to be
Yeah.
like that. So absolutely, like
Like
they
even
can make
on
another
Sanji.
Madara.
Yeah, even on Sanji, he has a big cut right at the torso. It's a freaking articulated figure.
It's an action
Don't
figure.
McFarlane toys us.
Exactly, bro. Thank you.
You are welcome.
The event exclusive did come out like a little bit nicer. That's actually a figure I haven't opened up yet, but it's just a figure I don't really think like it looks cool, but I don't think it would be really fun to have like to articulate and such as an action figure, which is what it really should be. I think all of the faces on it look fantastic. The sculpt of it is amazing. It just needs more well done engineering in order to be a proper action figure, and that's really all I'm asking for.
Yeah, especially with how updated their figures are now with all that new updated articulation they could give him, he would turn out so effing sick. I'll just throw the money at Tamashii Nations for a Madara, an updated version.
For sure.
It's like he's at the club and going, yes, yes.
Give us all these characters from all these lines you have.
Give me more. Show me more, baby.
All right,
Yeah,
Champ,
a
what
lot of
is
people
your...
are probably behind you with that Madara too, because he's a huge fan favorite.
I mean, it's the perfect time. They recently put out Obito, and around that time in which Obito revealed himself, that's when Madara actually started fighting, you know, like Naruto and such. That he revealed, he came over there. So it'd be perfect time to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's something they could do this year. I can see them doing that.
Yeah, I could too. Like I said, they said they have a lot of announcements for that. I think they announced Yu Yu Hakusho, and there was another line that they're going to announce more too. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. So we're going to hear more new reveals soon. All right, Champ, let's get into our top 2.
Number 2. All right. Okay. So actually, Sean, you reminded me of what my number 2 was because I was drawing a blank. One Piece characters. I know we're getting the East Blue Luffy and Nami next year. I don't know when exactly, but I do want... Yes, it's going to be Zoro. Yes, Zoro's on there. Don't worry. I definitely do want an East Blue Zoro and Sanji. Those two I really, really want. Yes, another double
Sanji in his black suit. Yeah, that's what a lot of people didn't like about this Sanji, because he's in his Wano suit, the maroon one.
I'm honestly surprised.
You know, I'm just going to put the whole, you know, East Blue crew on there. Usopp as well, if you can.
Yeah,
you
might
know,
as well.
He's not like strongly like I need him, but like I definitely want Zoro and Sanji. You know, those characters I really like. They're really badass. And Zoro, having a Zoro figure from East Blue would be great, other than, you know, the live action versions. You know, I just want...
I could see them
I want anime, East Blue. Those are the versions I love. Those are the versions I fell in love with, you know, and then if they keep going with the line, I'll, you know, get like, you know, Alabasta and then Water 7. Maybe if they have Skype, because I do like when Luffy has his shirt open, you know. But, you know, not in that way.
Technically just do all pre-time skip versions, which is how all the original 5 members technically look throughout before the time skip, so they could do that with
I even like
Chopper,
you know, how
Nico
Luffy looks in Water 7 with like the... I don't know where he's wearing. It looks like cargo pants, so black cargo pants or whatever. And he puts meat in there.
Orange? Isn't he wearing... isn't he wearing red or orange?
He's wearing red. He's wearing the classic red vest thing, but it's like red and black, and like... Red and black is my favorite, like, go-to colors for, like... for, like... It just looks awesome.
There's another color mashup you'll probably like. He has an orange vest, but red shorts. It looks really cool on him. You'll see soon enough.
Oh.
Yeah, but that would be dope.
Definitely...
The red vest with the black shorts. I forgot he did that.
Yeah, definitely want some East Blue more characters. Hell, if they even can put Arlong up there, like if we can get at least one villain from each arc, that'd be great, you know. Or Buggy
Crocodile would be fantastic too.
Crocodile would be.
That's right. He's pretty much the first real big main villain in One Piece that like Luffy actually struggles with. So, and since that was your number 2 and we're on the topic, my number 2 is actually someone who was also in the East Blue, but he's also... You see him in the time skip as well, and that is Dracula Mihawk. Mihawk's probably just one of my favorite characters in One Piece. Yeah, he would be such a sick figure. I know Variable Action Heroes made him, and he was dope as hell. And I know Figure Arts can make him really dope, but I feel like they will make his sleeveless robe like this, which kind of sucks, but at least he won't have super baggy pants like that. But yeah. So
Mihawk would be a great
honestly
figure.
I hold hope in the fact that they might end up doing, you know, that stuff with cloth technology, but knowing them, just like they're gonna act as if they're separate companies just because of how they did Gohan's cape, like the new Gohan.
Well, look at Makima. Like if you're gonna do that with Makima, all you have to do with Mihawk is just cut the sleeves off, and there you go. You have his thing. You know what I mean? So
I'm really hoping that all of the sections and such of Figure Arts really just start working together to just use materials from one another, because they really got good techniques that each of the other, like, you know, part sections of the company really needs to improve their figures. I mean, with Sanji, like they could have done it exactly how they did with Spy Family and such, like with that Lloyd Forger. Like there's no reason for his shoulders to be so limited in his articulation and such. I
Yeah,
mean, he's a great
that
figure.
was just such a poor choice of what they did with the shoulders on him. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. All right. Was that your number 2?
Yeah, we're at your number 2 now.
All right. Just hit my thing. All right. So for my number 2, this is gonna be back to Jujutsu Kaisen. I want a modern Jujutsu Kaisen Yuta figure, like just how he is and such after the like.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
The very first Yuta figure that we got. Why don't I see him on my shelf? Oh, he's right there.
Because he's right here.
Okay, the very first Yuta figure that we got was just an absolutely fantastic figure. This is top 5 material. Like, it's so good. The extra articulation that they add over here on there, so you can get more range out of the elbow. The fact that it's made out of rubber. I mean, a lot of the Jujutsu Kaisen figures are, but it really like helps out. He's so well articulated and versatile. There's just so much to love about this.
That's what he's pretty much wearing when we see him.
Yeah. But I'm gonna add in a bit. I'm gonna add in a bit of a twist and such to this one modern Yuta figure. This is gonna be asking for a lot, but I want his sister. I want his not his sister. His like the person like what's that one character?
Rika.
Mika. Yeah.
No, Rika.
Rika. Yeah. I want Rika to be like a. It doesn't even have to be well articulated, but like maybe a cool statue and such to just go with him. I don't think that's going to happen, but hey, I'm throwing it out there because, if they could do that, that'd be amazing.
I mean, you did it with Griffith. You might as well do it with Yuta. I mean, and you want to make statue sets with figures, do a Rika, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and for the most part, it would probably be the exact same figure as this with just, like, a couple of, like, new
head sculpt
and faces and such.
Yeah.
So at that point, since it's going to be a remold, just add in Rika. Just give him a little bit more value and such to like why people would go and buy it, other than the hype and such for like season 3, because they're most likely probably put that figure out at the time that season 3 starts airing of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, like you said, it'll pretty much be the same body. Do they have to make him a little taller? Maybe. I
mean, they don't really have to, but I mean, sure.
They can just extend.
I feel like they can get away with not really doing that. I wouldn't have a problem with it, since he's only like a couple years older than he is in Zero.
Yeah, and he looks more badass when we see him at the end of season 2.
For sure. Like, man is like actually very confident and such, unlike how he is in Zero.
Yeah. You could tell he's been around.
My baby boy is all grown up. Look at him.
All right. So that's it for my number 2. I'm gonna actually, Champ, if this next figure that I'm thinking of isn't your number 1, I'm gonna be very surprised.
I know who you're thinking of too.
Okay, go ahead, Champ.
Well, I'm thinking of a 2, so that way, if I get one wrong, at least I have the other one as a backup. So, so I would like a 3.0 GT Goku. From either Demonical Fate or Tamashi. Mm-hmm. But if we don't get that, I would like a freaking future Gohan.
You just took mine.
I mean,
the heck.
I would like one of those 2 figures. Now, don't get me wrong. I love this figure. He's my boy. He's like my favorite son if I had kids.
Like my baby. My baby.
You know what? I'm gonna steal the one that I thought you would actually pick, and not that one.
Okay. But like,
that's gonna be my number 1.
Oh.
But like, I think since we're getting GT Kid Goku this year, I don't see why not Tamashi can't just release their own adult GT Goku. I mean,
they gotta update.
I just don't see
mold.
Yeah,
they gotta
update the body mold.
Yeah, and
so
they're like
seriously,
release it with Oob. That'd be perfect. Just him and Oob together.
Yeah, I would buy that.
Oob in the green jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they did either of those, I'd buy both of them definitely. Especially 100%. If they made a 3.0 GT Goku, I'd buy that.
I mean, it would make sense because the lineup that we have is GT Kid Goku, GT Trunks, GT Pan. It would only make sense if you brought in a GT adult version, so you can have that kind of like transition when he goes into a kid.
Let me ask you something.
Nice little pairing.
Will you want the GT adult version to have a tan? Because I know the Demonical Fit one doesn't have the tan for Goku.
Does the kid one has a tan, right? He does, right?
I think so.
Or he doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's not as prominent as some of the art material looks like.
I would say, however the kid one comes out, make it
Similar.
like that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying is that if
Like-
it has a tan, then you're probably not going to be able to do like those head swapping and such with other figures
yeah,
and get away with it.
It's kind of like the
Was-
superhero 3D animated one. It's like he's like so. Yeah.
Was he wearing that same gi in the
blue
movie?
and yellow one?
Yeah, in the movie. Remember
What movie?
with his like great grandson, the GT one.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
That actually wasn't a
And
movie.
then
That
they-
was a TV special. Trust me, bro.
Okay.
I haven't
Well-
like Geekdom will not let me hear the end of it because I called it a movie.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what's funny is that Goku had the white skin in that. He didn't have the dark tan.
Oh yeah.
He
I
didn't
was
have the
saying
dark
if
tan
they
in that
do
special.
that, they can make the great grandsons of Goku and Vegeta too.
Well, I don't think we're going to get to that far, but
Nah, we
you know,
probably won't. Like I would buy those if they made them,
yeah,
and then you'd have
Like-
that GT Goku with them. You know.
yeah, it would be really cool. But also, yeah, future Gohan, please, the Monocle Fit. Please
Yeah.
get off your tushy, please.
Or
just
Figure
make
Arts
it.
make one. Like, what is wrong with
I
these
would love
companies?
Figure Arts to make one because they're like doing.
They're not going to
everything
have
in
the
Cell
same amount
Saga.
of accessories as Demonical Fit will. I
True.
guarantee
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And
but
they'll probably
I would
do
like
two versions. No, well, they did that with Piccolo, where you could remove his arms. So, but if they do that, like, they're not making versions of characters we want, like the future Gohan. Then you could also make Trunks from then, since he was a little younger. But then, what about
Yeah.
BoJack Unbound Trunks, Gohan from BoJack Unbound? There's so many versions of characters they aren't making, and that's why these third-party companies
They're
are
mostly
coming through with them.
focusing on the Frieza / Namek saga, so I
At the
guess
moment,
when that's
yeah.
but then when that's done, they're gonna go into the Cell saga, and then they're kind of doing GT, which they're skipping over Boo. So it's weird.
Well,
it's
they
weird
were
how they're doing.
the Boo stuff. Like they were releasing Boo shit back to back. That I hated
Yeah.
because that's my least favorite arc. I really could care less. Like there was some good parts in it, but out of all,
But
the
I think we
arcs
can
from
get like an
Z-
updated Vegito because we haven't gotten another Vegito since Super
I thought
Super
they made
Saiyan
a
Blue.
3.0 Vegito.
Not 3.0, it was a 2.0, but
Was
they
it?
didn't. Yeah, it had the 2.0 body. They had
No, okay.
yeah. So we need a 3.0 Vegito actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. And if they're doing that, make a goddamn like Pycon. Another one. Make a goddamn Pycon.
Yeah, he's going under the list of non-canon characters. So who knows when we're going to get that?
Yeah, but like movie versions of characters, which is what we're talking
Yeah.
about, you know, or TV specials, geekdom, the history of Trunks.
History of
But
Trunks
yeah,
TV
like
special.
Bardock
Bardock,
was a
Father
TV
Goku, that's a
special.
TV
Yeah,
special.
that was a TV special, so they can do the future Trunks, and and they are doing movie characters, so it's like
Mhm.
people want these characters, and it's a shame that they're not making them. And that's why we all love these third-party lines, because they're making versions of characters we freaking want. And Tamashii Nations are dragging their goddamn feet when it comes to that.
It's also weird because the way they're doing movie characters, it's like they're skipping. So it's like what they did. They skipped Garlic Jr.
Well, the first
They
one,
skip-
the first one we got was Broly. That was
Broly,
the
yes.
very first movie
Broly.
character.
Then
The next one was
Cooler. Was it Cooler?
Heesh, help us out here, god damn it.
It was Broly.
Cooler?
It was Broly, and then Fifth Form Cooler was the next movie. I'm very,
Was
yeah, I'm
it?
very, 100%. Yeah, Fifth Form Cooler. What other movie character could they have
Then
brought
we
in?
got Bardock. Yeah.
Not a movie,
Include the
so
TV
yeah, don't count.
Well,
Not a movie,
include
that's
the
a
TV
special.
specials. Yeah, include those.
And then Turles, and then Metal Cooler.
Okay, so that's all we have so far.
So I mean, they skipped
Yeah,
over
Broly,
Lord
Fifth
Slug,
Cooler.
Garlic
Yeah.
Jr.
Like, I don't mind them skipping over them and making the more popular versions. Like, I would rather get a BoJack out of
Yeah,
yeah,
BoJack.
you know what I mean? But, like, think of the other versions of characters during that, you know?
Janemba.
Yeah, Janemba. Like, that
Bro,
whole
him
Fusion
and Gogeta,
Reborn.
like, I'm surprised we still don't have a Super Saiyan, like, an official Super Saiyan Gogeta. Like, I had a custom with that, and I'm satisfied with
Yeah.
it, but, like, what, Tamashii, what are you doing? I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
like,
though,
if
with
the-
3.0, I can, if they were waiting to do that, I guess it makes sense, because, like, you know,
Yeah.
underneath the new thing, I guess that Gogeta would be outdated to do it in the 2.0 style now. So yeah, at
Even
this
though that
point,
was a
give us.
really good figure.
It was a great
For
figure,
it,
100%.
yeah.
It still did have that go take syndrome though, but nowadays with like the 3.0 style, bro, the faces will be made so much better. Just like I
Yeah.
don't know what to call like this new sort of technology like with the 3.0 faces, but they really do such a good job of really making the faces look really well 3D animated and such.
Yeah.
Like look,
The details
three
coming out a
dimensional.
lot better on them. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like as
but
opposed to
think about it.
2.0.
If they made Fusion Reborn characters, Janemba, Gogeta, and Pycon, you know how quickly those would sell out when they go up for pre-order? We'd
Instantly.
all probably miss it.
100%. We're gonna get a
Yeah.
Gogeta repaint as a premium Bandai San Diego Comic Con exclusive.
Oh
one
yeah,
of
I'm
these days.
surprised we haven't gotten that yet.
Yeah.
So might be this year.
Mm-hmm.
That should be another video, us guessing the exclusives that we're gonna get. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff they still haven't even touched up
You know
on
what?
in the Dragon Ball line.
They could. Right now they actually could end up doing an exclusive Gogeta figure, and then making like a 3.0 version of that. Just that's what they did with Super Saiyan Blue Vegito.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
literally what they can do. The exact same thing. I wouldn't even complain. I'm not gonna complain about more Gogetas. I sure as hell don't think anyone else is gonna complain about it. Like, well,
The
like give us.
original Vegito was a 1.0, then
Yes.
the new one was a 2.0. Okay,
Yeah, as an introduction to
All right.
Premium Bandai.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I could see them do that. They want to keep capitalized because that's why.
Only available on Premium Bandai.
That's what we were talking about though in previous episodes. That I feel like they're dragging their feet with officially transitioning to that 3.0 with other figures because they still want to reissue shit. And that's why we haven't technically gotten a 3.0 Goku yet. And same with Vegeta. They're the two most popular characters. They want to keep doing goddamn reissues. As we've seen, figures you're still seeing in Target today in Walmart, they're doing another reissue of. So that's why I feel like they really haven't transitioned fully to 3.0. Yeah, there is like newer characters that we're getting the 3.0 body mold of, like the new legendary Super Saiyan Goku, or is Cooler kind of 3.0? Yeah, right?
Yeah. Well,
Like Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta and
I
Goku
feel like
were
I can't
3.0.
Here's the thing is that like when we talk about 3.0, it's mostly has to do with the way that they sculpted the knees and such. Now, the interesting thing is, right, is that most of the time when they make characters who don't have pants or like they would have exposed knees, those would just be like, you know, sort of their own thing. And that's actually the one thing that's really been the same and such since the very beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, like Awakening Goku has similar knee joints and such
And they've
as the
widened
legendary
the
Super
elbow
Saiyan 1.
joints. Like how the
Well-
elbow joints are more widened.
No, but
Right.
I'm talking about the knee joints. So the knee joints on here looks just like the one that was introduced on the first Awakening Goku and such.
Yeah.
It's a little similar.
I would
I
say,
mean,
yeah, it's
how different
obviously
can you
not the
make a
same sculpt,
kneecap,
but it's
though?
like, yeah, because, and that's just, you know, Turles and Cooler have the same sort of knee joints and such that
They
figure
are
have been
thicker
doing.
though.
Yeah, they're
if
thicker,
you
but
look
that's
at the
because it's a
back of the
different
joint,
sculpt.
yeah.
It's not the same technology. I mean, it's the same technology.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
different
that's
sculpts.
that's how you could tell a difference because the 2.0s they were thinner on the back. Same with the elbows. The elbows are
Yeah,
similar.
see that? Yeah, look
they're
what
a lot
Champ's
more
got. He's
wide.
got the knees like side by side. They're pretty much
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
the same kinds. You know, same
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
technology
yeah.
and such.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like characters like him and like, you know, Cooler, you really end up just seeing that type of stuff if there's really any pants covering the knee
Oh,
joints.
shit.
And if there isn't, whoa.
They're custom made up.
Yeah, and
Goku's
so
fighting a clone.
yeah, and
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why
well-
like, you know, you wouldn't really like I don't even think that these figures that have that type of thing can really necessarily count as like, you know, being 2.0 or 3.0. Like Frieza, I feel like they're just outside of like the whole numbered O thing, or whatever. I mean, just like Frieza,
Final
for
form
example.
Frieza needs
Final
goddamn
form Frieza-
update, which
the same knees
Mecha
and-
Frieza will have.
Yeah. But the technology that's used on him has been the same ever since, and there really hasn't been any like way to like improve upon it, other
Well-
than the fact that Final Form Frieza can probably end up having that sort of like, I guess,
The new
3.0
legs
technology.
or hips. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the hips are different. That's a big difference with 3.0 too.
But then I would argue that if they were to change that out, they would have to like it would cause problems and such. It would have to end up being a 3.0 because of how they you know would have to make the tail interchangeable on that. not
For
like-
who? Mecha Frieza?
No, for regular
Or
Frieza.
final form?
Final
See,
form,
well,
whichever.
Mecha Frieza, he has it. Oh wait, no, he does have the new hips.
Yeah, Mecha Frieza has new hips? I didn't notice.
Yeah, look at them. They look like they're new.
Send a picture to
Here,
the chat.
just did.
Wonderful. Let me look.
I believe they look like they are from what I could see here. Yeah. Yeah, they have that instead of because the Final Form Frieza has the drop down joints.
Oh,
He
yeah, you're
has the
right. It has,
new.
like, that sort of 2.0, 3.0 thing
Yeah,
underneath it.
here's a better picture where you could see like inside them.
Like,
Look at us pervs. Look inside his legs. See how you could see it there?
do you have that shot of him, like, from, like, behind when Trunks slices him in half? Like, I want to look at the tail.
Oh yeah, right here.
If you close your eyes, it sounds like something else. Yeah, give me that back picture. I need to see underneath the tail.
Here you go. Here's that Mecha Frieza booty. The thing is, he has that effect with the slicing to him.
Yeah, you know what? That's the thing about that is one thing about that figure is that I don't really like that they're doing with the tails is that they're making it like an extended piece outwards that then plugs in, and I get why they have to.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like, I mean, look, they do the same thing with this more recent Frieza. And I get why they have to do that, but it really makes it to where it limits articulation, I think, in certain areas.
And they don't want to break up the mold, it looks like, or the sculpt of it too.
Well, no, if you're plugging in a peg like directly into there, it's gonna get into the way with the mechanics. So that's why they add in space right there, so that you can move it around.
The cooler tail? Is there like a couple points throughout it? Because Mecha Frieza looks like he doesn't have any.
Yeah, he does. Champ, you got the cooler next to you, right?
Not next to me. It's on my shelf.
Oh, you moved it. Dang that. Okay, I'm gonna go get mine.
Yeah.
Well, what does he have? 2 points?
Let me
Two
look.
ball pegs?
I don't remember.
All right. Because Mecha Frieza looks like he doesn't have any besides the one you were just showing on the second form Frieza. Or maybe it might just be the one that pegs into him.
Oh,
but even, his elbow joints look kind of updated.
You know what's actually cooler? They did perfectly. Yeah, you still have that little bit of space, but it's not so much. It's not so much, I think, that it really becomes a problem. Because I understand having to put a little bit of space. With Frieza, the problem was that they put too much space between where the tail connects and such.
Yeah.
You have the cooler figure right there.
Yeah, they added. No, I was talking about Meta Cooler.
Oh, Metal Cooler. You said cooler, my man. You said cooler. No, he has the same problem as fifth form Frieza.
You know what? When I rewatch that, we're gonna find out which one I said.
I know what you said.
I'm gonna have a big text come
Champ.
up.
He said just cooler, right?
I thought he said cooler. That's what I thought too.
No, I thought I said Meta Cooler.
Nuh-uh.
The cooler tail. The cooler tail. We'll find out when I edit. But no, yeah, I'm curious how the meta.
I don't think I'm wrong, but if I'm
out.
wrong, I'm bringing Champ with me.
What? Okay.
That's what I'm curious about, how they did it with Metacooler, because he's more of that size of Frieza. He is a little bit taller, but he's with that big form. They're much bigger than how Frieza looks in his final
that's another
form.
thing. Where's my fourth form cooler? Come on.
Yeah, I expected us to get that before Metal Cooler.
That's another version. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get that. Anyways, Sean, what's your? Did you say your number one figure that you want?
No, he needs to go next.
Mine is a combo.
We sidetracked heavily.
Yeah. So
this is why this is why we have to have this stuff scripted. I mean, it's a podcast, but if we do like recorded videos on specific subjects, I don't want to do it podcast style. We go off the rails too much.
We're pretty much done though. So my number one is a combo again, and it's a Buzzmod Gyutaro. Where the is he? How come we haven't gotten him? And we've gotten Daki, and then we've gotten Demon Nezuko from that same exact arc. Give us Gyutaro, and I want a Kokoshibo, which I know they're gonna make once we get up to him in the anime.
Kokoshibo.
Okay.
What do you think?
He's number one. He's number
Cocaine.
one of the
I don't know
Upper
Kokoshibo. I don't remember Kokoshibo.
Kokoshibo, yeah, he's
Upper Moon 1.
The one that looks like a samurai.
Oh, that dude. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He has like 6 eyes on him.
And he'll end up. They'll make him once he like becomes into like whatever arc he does.
I know they will. Yeah, I think it probably won't be until like 2025.
Yeah,
because we're not going to see him this arc. So
makes sense.
The next ones they're making is Genya and Saname.
Okay.
That's their
So,
next figures.
yes, you already know my number one. It was gonna be Future Gohan. That's like
Future Gohan.
fan favorite character. Like that was like right next to Bardock for the longest time for me.
Yeah.
And I'm just very much surprised, still surprised that we haven't gotten that figure yet. Champ
Same.
did like, but so Champ did like already say this and such. But the figure that I was surprised that Champ did not pick, and it's a character from One Piece. Bro, Portgas D Ace, my man. Ace is such a cool figure from it's such a cool character and such from One Piece. The variable action heroes was such a good figure when he came out.
Yeah,
and like you know how whenever they do shirtless
just
characters,
had loose joints. Yeah.
Whenever they do shirtless characters like Sukuna, they end up being very good. They're very well articulated. Yeah. They're very well animated. So, I mean, Goku here too, very good figure, and he's shirtless. I feel like shirtless figures. Like, shirtless characters always get good figures. So
because there's nothing restricting the articulation, so they
exactly.
They shouldn't have any type of bad movement.
100%. And so I just imagine Ace being an amazing figure, being well articulated and such, so long as they avoid all of the stupid problems and such that took place, and hopefully he doesn't have the same stupid knee joint problems that Luffy does. Because I can imagine them doing that with the shorts, but hopefully, by then they get that sorted out and fixed.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fixed by the East Blue Luffy because he looks like he can bend his knees.
Yeah, and like
he got in that like ready pose. So
yeah, and like what I was saying, if you look at this current Luffy, you could see half his knee joint is up in his shorts. Why the East Blue one, his complete double the double knee joints are below the shorts this time, and they probably shaved down some of the back of the shorts as well. Mm-hmm. I still have to do that other thing that you showed the video of, how to pop off that back piece.
I highly suggest doing that.
Because then you can put him in gear 2. Mm-hmm. That pose, yeah.
But yeah, definitely Ace. I would have put him, but I guess I haven't grown that attached to him yet. I do think he's a badass character, though. I really did like his appearance in Alabasta arc, and I think I am going to go see him. I will see him later in arcs.
Yeah, you will. You see,
but yeah, if they do eventually down the line, if they ever like after finishing East Blue, some machinations or whatever, get to Alabasta and they do reveal like or show off an Ace figure, I'll definitely get it.
The next arc that you're gonna see Ace in is one of the greatest arcs of all of One Piece. I know.
You do see him before fight somebody.
But I mean, like you see him consistently and such through an arc, not through like here like a couple scenes here and there. I want you'll see.
Well, he has a whole episode of fighting someone, so you'll see him. Yeah, you see him. Then he is in another arc. So
because this man took down like a whole fleet of ships in one blast, and I'm like,
well, his devil fruit's one of the most powerful devil fruits out there.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think we'll wrap it up right here. We are almost at an hour.
Wrap.
So let us know what you guys think down in the comment section down below.
Give that dude a shout out.
What dude?
Oh yeah, the guy in last video. When we did the JJK season.
He made a comment saying how much he loves the podcast episodes.
Sorry, we forgot your name.
There it is. All right. To the Fighting Gamer 775, thank you for that comment. We all loved it. And if you comment in these podcasts episodes on YouTube, we'll give you shout outs and we'll do it in the beginning of the episode. Maybe I'll edit this and put this in the beginning, like before I start talking or something. But all right, Ish, take us out.
Alrighty, guys. If you did like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Go ahead and share the video out and get more people watching the podcast and such. You know how it is. Anyways, guys, we hope to see you guys in the comment section. Talk to you guys a little bit more about action figures and any of your personal favorites, whatever you guys want. We'll see you guys then. And we'll see you later.
See you guys in the next video.
Thanks for listening to our podcast episode.
If you're on YouTube and have watched the video,
then thank you for watching as well. We are your hosts,
Starblast Studios,
Champ Animation,
and me, Daredevil 19.
And if you enjoyed our episode on Spotify, be sure to give us a follow and rating.
You can also leave us a comment on Spotify in the Q&A.
And we do thank you if you do. And if you did watch this on YouTube, be sure to give us a like if you liked it and a subscribe-a-roo. if you enjoyed it. And we will catch you on the next episode of the Plastic Power Podcast.